What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Merc Jones Gaming and another episode of our App State Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 27. The Odyssey. And today, records don't matter. Conference standings don't matter because it's rivalry week. The Mountaineers come into this one 6-1 overall and 3-0 in conference play. And after taking care of business on the road against Southern Miss, we're bringing things back home to Boone. Waiting for us today is the Marshall Thundering Herd. Marshall might be sitting at 2-4, but throw that record out. This is a rivalry game. And if there's one thing we've learned during this dynasty, is that these games can get crazy in a hurry. For us, the mission is simple: protect the rock. We've built serious momentum since the loss to Oklahoma. And now we're right in the middle of the Sun Belt race. Every conference game matters from this point forward. And offensively, all eyes continue to be on Desmond James. He's been absolutely ridiculous this season and has become the weapon this offense can lean on when we need a big play. But Marshall knows that too. So I want to see whether Spencer Jones and this offense can spread the ball around, establish the run, and make Marshall defend the entire field. Defensively, we've got to set the tone early. Rivalry games tend to feed off that kind of momentum. And the last thing we want is to let Marshall come into Boone, make a couple big plays, and start believing they can steal this game from us. We're 6-1. We're undefeated in the conference. We're back home in Boone, and there's a rivalry trophy on the line. Let's protect the rock and keep the bell. Episode 8 starts right now. Let's get it.
Kidd Brewer Stadium in beautiful Boone, North Carolina. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Marshall Thundering Herd and the Appalachian State Mountaineers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, the Mountaineers head coach told me pregame he believes so strongly in this wide receiver. He has been in the top 5 all season in receiving yards. Nobody can cover this guy. We've seen every type of different defense, bracket, zone. Nobody has been able to stop him this year. Let's see if he's able to have a similar impact on this game today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started.
How y'all doing?
On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Mountaineers offense will go on the attack first. Guys, the last time these two old foes met, it finished in a one-possession game.
And it's so much fun. There's so much hype. They don't like each other. The rivalry really, really matters. And, Jesse, when it's closer games, it's even more fun, like the last throwdown they had. Expect more of that today.
Yeah, you just know this game is going to be emotional. And I think a big part of it is which of these two teams can handle that emotion. I agree. I think we're expecting this one to go right down to the wire, just like the last time these two teams played.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really
it's a good game
struggled
to have.
against the pass this season.
It's a really good
They're
game
in the
to have.
bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Price. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Out wide left, it's Alexander. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Jones to throw. Throws quickly. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Using his legs, it's Baldwin. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Let's talk about App State. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement, you create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Jones wants to throw it. Still looking to his right.
Got him.
On the run deep down the right side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. First and 10 from the 22. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's got it. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively?
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! He got it back corner of the end zone.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Keep him in that Heisman contention. Nah, man, that's what I do.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And
you should see what it looks like when I have a better team.
An 84-yard drive there, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line.
Man, I done looked for Night Train in every playbook. I still ain't found it yet.
Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this
I'm still trying to see it.
A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive.
People don't know Night Train is the most unstoppable play in football history.
Hold and fired complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long.
I had Night Train in my playbook. It's the only play I run.
Hits inside. It's Price. Run ends there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
The Appalachians,
I think it's part of the TikTok offense.
Raising the roof
like
and trying to help. Snags it, and he's open. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Culliver. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Quick give. It's Price. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Jones to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Eric Adams, always on time.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. On the ground, it's Baldwin. He
If
is
we had night train,
snowed
that would
under
never happen.
nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Right back to the well. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Punt is on its way. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Just a little off. Incomplete. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Jones wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. It's complete on the right side. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Bunch formation for these receivers. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second and long here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Marshall! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Follows his blocks. It's Baldwin. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right side, it's straight. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Fresh set of downs going up top. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that 1st down marker. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He's got the 1st down. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
It's 3rd and 5. Jones wants to throw it. Oh, he wants it all. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, we know this offense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snaps on 4th down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play fake. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's James. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run inside. It's Baldwin. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. It's Baldwin. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a crease. It's Webb. There's a crease. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And the Mountaineers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to diving for the goal line, and the ball's knocked free.
Great job by this defense, not getting down, not quitting. They gave up some yards. The offense got in the red zone, but the most important part of the field, they came up big, forces the fumble, and get the touchback.
The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Jones to throw. Caught. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it looking for room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a second and short. From the gun, it's Price. Just smothered on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Marshall will be forced to punt. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Drops back on first down. Looking down the left side. Makes the grab deep. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's first and 10 from just inside the 40. Fresh set of downs going to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's looking to pass. Look out! This time he's got his man. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the pocket, it's Singleton. On the move. He turns it loose to the left. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Mountaineers! Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Marshall quick to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared. And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Mountaineers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Buying time to his right. Lets it go to the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
There you go.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think...
Caught, and he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Culliver. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Jones wants to throw it. Lets it fly. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's going to let 1 fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We begin with a look at Kansas taking on the number 8 team, the Arizona Wildcats. And it's the Jayhawks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings. Now over to your game in Boone. What can you say about this playmaking receiver that's not abundantly clear? More than 100 yards in the first half. He's totally taken over this game. His team has the lead, and he's improving his draft stock as we speak. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running inside. It's Bryce.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Jones to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
But how about that play by the free safety? He actually wasn't blitzing on that play. He had dropped down to the box, and he was just watching the QB and watching to see what was going around him. When he saw the quarterback keep holding on to the ball, he just said, man, I'm just going to go get him myself. And he shows you the speed as he's able to close the gap.
Marshall will be forced to punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Oh, he got loose. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Mountaineers' offense coming onto the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box. So
snags it, and there's running room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going with the counter play here. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Turns it upfield. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And no surprise to see this guy just going off again, right? One of the best receivers in the entire country, over 100 yards his last game out. He's got over 100 in this one, and this is why he's up for the Heisman Trophy here, guys, late in the year. It's what you do in the month of November that gets you remembered as a team, but also individually. He keeps putting performances like this together. We're going to see this guy in New York City.
He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
And that's the money down, man. Fourth down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
From the red zone, it's Webb. Touchdown, App State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Let's see if we can get us a turnover.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Straight ahead, it's Price. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Makes the grab down the middle. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Marshall quick to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Working the ground game. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Marshall might try to catch this defense thinking run here on 2nd and inches. They'll move the tight end. Finds a crease, it's Price. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Right back to the well. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The fake and wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Price. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big 3rd down. Jones wants to throw it. Looking for a huge play. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, Hurd! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Left side, it's Webb. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. 2nd down to the air. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide right, it's James. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Fresh set of downs going up top. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Webb.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Singleton. Out wide left, it's James. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Mountaineers are rolling down the field. On the run, it's Webb. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Unloads it left. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Mountaineers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this.
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Put 6 on the board. Offense gets the job done. Again, you want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, checking in from the Thundering Herd sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Hits inside. It's Price. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Jones to throw. Looking left. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
You know, that's a play you've just got to find a way to come up with if you're the wide receiver. Third down in the red zone, you've got to be able to make the catch. You know you're going to get hit. You know that's going to be a contested throw. You've just got to finish the play.
Smashes it between the uprights. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Snagged in the middle. It's Drake.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Back to pass on second down. Right side, it's Webb. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Second and long here. Just keeps slinging it. This time he's got it. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Webb. He's stopped.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Got a man. It's James. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Mountaineers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it! And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position, and here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, App State. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Rush is on. Left side is Price. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Culliver. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Stevens.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give, it's Price. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback keep. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. This quarterback part of their running game. Finding some room. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Jones wants to throw it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This defense has just been all over this guy.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. From the gun. Looking for the score. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught over the middle. It's straight. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Can they catch him? He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Jones to throw. They're working that left side. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! gets it into the end zone.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick, team comes through.
The run inside. It's Price. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Off-play action. Pulls it in. It's Culliver. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw one first. Immediately fires to the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They just keep firing. They're all over it. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Jones wants to throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Marshall! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown, and you've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Mountaineers inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. He wants to throw it. He wants it all. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wants to pass. Rolls right. Going for 6. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly.
And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Jones to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's right.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Needs it here on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
And that'll do it from Boone. The bell stays home. App State gets it done against Marshall, and the Mountaineers move to 7-1 on the season and 4-0 in the Sun Belt. Rivalry games are never about what the records say coming in. Marshall came in looking to ruin our season, knock us out of the driver's seat in the conference, and take the bell back to Huntington. Not happening today. We said it before kickoff. Protect the rock, keep the bell. Mission accomplished. And what I love about this win is that we keep stacking. We took the loss against Oklahoma, responded with a rivalry win over Coastal Carolina, came back on the road and kept the momentum rolling, and now we've handled another rival game right here in Boone. This team is growing up. Offensively, when we needed plays, somebody stepped up. Whether it was Spencer Jones commanding the offense, Desmond James creating problems on the outside, or this running game keeping Marshall honest. We found ways to move the football when it mattered. And at this point, everybody knows about Desmond. Defenses know where number 8 is. They know what he can do, and they still have to stop him. And give this defense credit too. In a rivalry game, you're going to get punched. You're going to have moments where the momentum starts swinging in the other direction. The question is, how do you respond? Today, we responded. So another chapter of the Odyssey goes into the books. App State is now 7-1. We're 4-0 in the Sun Belt. The conference championship race is getting very real. And the deeper we get into this season, the bigger every single Saturday becomes. But tonight, we're not looking ahead. Tonight, we're going to enjoy this win. Because when Marshall comes to Boone, there's only one acceptable outcome. Protect the rock. keep the bell. If you enjoyed episode 8, hit that follow and subscribe button and stay with us because the App State season is nowhere close to finish. This is Merk Jones Gaming. The Odyssey continues. And as always, earn every victory. I'll catch you guys at kickoff.